Astronomy is a science that's weather dependent. Thunderstorms or mere clouds can turn stargazing into a fruitless exercise.
Now close the left eye.
A rainy night at the Chamberlain Observatory in Denver turns the focus on the cosmos indoors. But there's a much bigger problem confronting astronomers these days: light pollution.
It's so big at this point that there are relatively few places left on Earth where we can sort of profitably do nighttime astronomy, and they're getting further and further away from the bulk of civilization.
A new world atlas of artificial night sky brightness confirms the extent to which lights on Earth now spread through the atmosphere.
One of the things we found was that 1/3 of humanity can no longer see the Milky Way on a typical night.
Chris Elvidge with the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration helped develop the atlas, which is displayed on this globe. Sensors on satellites took nightly measurements of light, mostly electric, as it escaped from Earth.
It's all the outdoor lighting along roads, parking lots, basically anywhere that people go at night.
Natural gas flares and fishing boats emit lots of light as well. Light pollution is most intense in Singapore. It's also very noticeable in countries in the Persian Gulf. It's much less of an issue in many parts of Africa.
But now we're starting to see the problem really exploding in the developing world as it begins to electrify.
The International Dark Sky Association's John Barentine says research shows artificial light can harm plants and animals which depend on Earth's daily cycle of light and dark, and can affect human health too.
I think this is as important as any other environmental issue, certainly.
But many say it's our once common experience of being able to enjoy a star-filled sky, as seen here in remote Minnesota and Oregon, that's most at risk. Dan Dorisco with the National Park Service worked on the Light Atlas.
There's nothing like just stepping out onto your driveway and looking up at the stars. It makes you think a little more clearly, to get away from the television or all the artificial sources of entertainment, you know.
Some changes are coming. Shielded lights help reduce brightness. Barentine's group has identified 14 world communities that have worked to preserve their night skies.
Gradually, people are beginning to understand this.
Light, he points out, may be the only form of pollution that disappears from the environment as soon as you dim it. Hendrik, Sybrandy, CCTV, Denver.